So today, not a whole lot of new stuff. One of the sections that we talked about the other day on the PowerPoint presentation was offset sections. So offset sections occur when we are creating a section of something that is not perfectly straight across. And typically that happens because we have features like holes or other, could be raised features as well, bosses, that sort of thing. So a straight cut isn't going to do it for us. So the one we're going to look at today is on page 256. The bottom left corner here, this base plate, 9-54. So you are given the top, the front, and the right side view, and as you can see, the right side view is arranged just off of the top view instead of over here on the side. And there are some holes that aren't necessarily called out in the picture that you have to add in. So for example, this feature right here also has a hole, F4. As I come over here, it is a diameter of 0.5. So it also has a hole there as well, even though it's not drawn in. So you'll have to draw what the hidden lines look like, and at least hidden lines in the front view. We'll talk about the side view in just a second. So does that make sense, what we've got here? So here's this one is actually a threaded hole, but you'll just draw it in its nominal size of 0.5. We're going to talk about more of those hole features later. And again, so everywhere there's a hole. Now some of these holes are called out with X and Y locations, so they didn't actually dimension everything. So for example, hole A, where is it at? Well, it shows us it's 1.25 in the X direction, 1.38 in the Y direction. So if you look, these have been labeled. So here's X, might not be the direction you were expecting. So it's 1.25 off of here. Here's datum Y, it's 1.38 down from there. So maybe if you start with a rectangle and do some offsetting, that might be a good way to find each of these features. So then, after you create the top and the front view, the right side view, you're actually going to turn it into a section view. And you can see the little layout up here of what we're going to do. You're going to have 3 section views. So you won't actually be creating the regular right side view. You're going to turn it into a section. And then if you take a look, we have 3 section views here. So section N cuts through the center here, and then it juts over and cuts through the center of this feature right here. This feature is a cutout on the bottom of the part. That's why it's hidden. And then this next one, section M, cuts through the center of this feature and then juts over in the center of this hole that has a countersink on it. And then juts over and then cuts through that slot as well. And then L cuts through this feature, comes back over through the center of that, and then through the center of this hole that's cut out through the side here. So you're going to have 3 section views. Now on this assignment, I'm not going to have you dimension it. I just want to see the sectioning, and that'll give you a cleaner drawing too, since there's a lot of stuff in here. So I do want to see your section arrows, and then the appropriate way to call those out, in here real quick, is again, you'll put the labels, the L and the M and the N, just like so, and then over here on the different views, then you'll just have it section M-M, and then the same thing for N-N and L-L, so each one. So you can do N-M-L or L-M-N, doesn't matter a whole bunch. Now, because that's, well, first of all, any questions on what your plan is there? I want it full scale. I think it'll fit on B size. If not, you can go up to C size, but I think it'll work on B.